All right, guys, so welcome back to the live streams. I'm trying to get to 3 per week. We're going to do it eating some peanut butter because I'm a G. And today, hold on, let me chill on this real quick. We're going to be talking about the 5 spiritual lessons of game. And it's going to be a fun topic. I know you guys are going to resonate with it. I'm back in the game hard. I did 2 months of celibacy. I'm approaching a lot again, going on dates again. A lot of dates, a lot of fun. Went to a dinner last night. It was a lot of fun. Had a good time living with my homies. Mr. Xander in the motherfucking cut. Shout out to God. What up? What's happening, playa? And overall, life is good. So, number 1, the first spiritual lesson of game is this, and it's the most important one. It destroys your ego. We're going to get into that, deep into that topic of how it destroys your ego. Let me take another bite of this. Straight peanut butter. That's how you gain lots of fat like me. And muscle. I hurt myself in a boxing injury. Not too bad, my ankle's fucked up. So I'm working out at home for now, but I should be back in the gym soon. So, let me finish chewing and then I'll get into the first point of the video. And I figured I would knock out 2 birds with 1 stone here and get my workout in while talking to you. I hope that's okay, because double ROI as a man is the key to life, I think. A big key, one of the main keys to being successful. Like if you're going to go on a camping trip like I just went, you might as well do it at a time when you need to detox from life and you need to recalibrate. You might as well invite your homies. You might as well create content. Get multiple ROIs from one thing. So while shooting this live stream, I might as well work out. Why not? Time is money, bro. And if you have a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. Let me know if the audio is okay, though. I'll clip it right here. Make sure you guys can hear me good. There we go. That might be better. Check mic. So give me 1 sec. So the number 1 spiritual lesson of approaching in game is it destroys your ego. Bro, nothing will destroy your ego faster than fighting and approaching. Those 2 things will fuck your ego up in a good way. So, everyone wants to talk a big game, and one of the fastest ways to fuck up your own game and get your game bad is actually to be the guy who walks in and talks to people and hang out with your friends and be that guy who's like, oh, I never get rejected. I'm the shit. I'm super good with women. All women love me. Because now you're putting yourself on this massive pedestal and you're feeding your ego so that you can't get rejected. And if you can't get rejected, that means you can't approach. And you take the least action and you're stuck in your little ego of having to prove to yourself that you're good enough, when in reality, we all have flaws, we all need to go out, we all need to work on them, and we all need to fucking open up to people. So, one of the fastest ways to kill your ego, and one of the things that my boot camps do, and why I love approaching so much, is it's one of the few things that you can do with your homies that is challenging and requires positivity and requires you to be open to rejection and lots of discomfort, and kills your ego. You learn so much about a person through approaching. I swear to God, I meet people. I have one guy who I have in mind who maybe I want to network with. Maybe they subscribe to me and they follow my stuff and they meet me up in Bali. And they're cool people, but one of the fastest ways for me to get to know them is to just go out with them and approach. Oh, does he cock block? Subconsciously, is he insecure so he has to make everyone else feel bad? Oh, is he negative after rejection? Oh, okay. I learned too much about a person, man, approaching with them. I learned a lot. Oh, is he hesitating? Can he not approach? Oh, does he not come in when I approach? Is he not a good wingman? Or on the other end of it, I'll make good friends with the person because we go out together. We go out. Oh shit, he's a great wingman. Oh, he's a team player. Oh, he's lifting me up. Oh, he's an opening. You learn a lot about a person. Approaching is one of the fastest ways to make friends and kill your ego. So nothing kills it more. Maybe fighting. That's probably the only other thing that kills your ego more, or sports in general. I got a little foot injury. Yeah, I thought I was big and bad until I twisted my damn and sprained my ankle. Now I'm limping around everywhere. I do not feel big and bad anymore. Kills your ego. You might feel like the fucking man, like I'm better than everyone. And you go up to a girl and like, she's gotta like me for my own validation and my own self-image so that I can like myself, and you walk up and then she rejects you because she can feel that from you. And then you're like, fuck, I feel like shit. Okay, well, then what game teaches you to do, it teaches you to draw state, emotional state from within, to draw good emotions from within. So you're walking up to people with a cup full and you're not needing anything from them. So that leads me to number 2. Emotional state control. One of the biggest lessons game will teach you is emotional state control. By the way, for the people in here, drop a question if you want. Got time. Got about 30 minutes before I have to jet off to a co-working cafe to edit a banger for you guys. I'm going to upload it tonight. But number 2 is this. Game will teach you, and when I say game, I just mean approaching and the art of getting better with women. It will teach you emotional state control. So one of the only reasons why I'm able to run boot camps and any other Chad or someone else cannot run boot camps is because I can have the worst mood, the worst anxiety, the worst just inner dialogue in the world, and I know how to manage that. I've gone out with a fever. I've gone out with food poisoning, throwing up. I've gone many times because my gut's fucked, but I've healed that, by the way. That could be its own video on how I healed my gut. I've gone out with with so much negativity before where I'm just having a shit day, and I know how to turn that off and manage my emotions and get into momentum. Now, you want to just deal with that shit. If you're going through some negative shit, and you got to work on your inner game, everyone knows that. You got to work out, you got to eat healthy, you got to have good, positive friends around you, listen to music. But when you're out in the field, all that shit doesn't matter, and all it just matters about emotional control. A lot of guys, they walk into a place and they'll think, oh, everyone here is fucking shallow and they're all losers and everyone here is lame. I don't even want to be out here and this sucks. In reality, they're lacking emotional control. A lot of guys go out and the thoughts, the anxiety gets to them. And I get it because I've been that guy. Game will teach you how to learn to control your emotions. You might have a guy come in, you might be in with a girl. This has happened to me many times, and I'm not even ashamed to admit it, where a guy comes in and steals my girl. How does that make you feel when a guy comes in, steals your girl? Maybe he's taller than you, maybe he's better looking, or maybe he just has better game. And he steals your girl, and you feel kind of like a worthless piece of crap. Because maybe you've been having a terrible night, and you finally find a girl who likes you, and then he steals her. I've had that happen. I've also been that guy. It teaches you to say, okay, going through some shit, it's okay. Keep going, keep going. You become your own inner coach. Without that inner coach, you wouldn't survive in the game. I've had nights where I don't make it through. And I'm like, okay, I cannot stay out tonight. I need to go home and rest. I lose. I've taken many L's. Not recently. It was more in the beginning phases of my game. I actually haven't taken, now that I'm in a position where I have to coach it, it doesn't matter how much shit I'm going through on a night, I'll push through anyways. But for the most part, my nights are pretty fucking epic now. I rarely ever have a bad night. Because I've learned the art of just managing my emotions and giving myself good emotions. It's a skill. You get better at it, and then as you get better at it, you get more results, more dates. So, game will teach you how to manage your emotions. I have so many stories of just people being negative to me or getting rejected really harshly and not taking it personally and just keeping it going. That's half of the fucking battle, bro. And it really does help to have a good wingman around you. If I have, I'll tell you one little story before I move on to the next topic. One time, I was, and by the way, let me see if I can adjust this to make this look a little bit better. Boom, there we go, that's lit. One time, that's much better, guys. One time, I was out in Bali. It was in the summer. I met some random American guy. Thought he was cool at first. He's like, oh, from the States, yeah, blah, blah, let's go. Like, yeah, let's go hunt, let's go talk to ladies. I did an approach. It actually went okay, like it went decent, it wasn't bad at all. Spun her around, said something flirty, moved on. She wasn't that hot, so I didn't really care. It was fun. And I went back, and I actually felt proud. I went back, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, that was cool. And I was like, yeah, I'm the man who did the first approach. I'm setting the frame, I'm doing it. He was like, don't ever do that shit again, bro. That was cheesy. Something like that. Immediately, without even a second thought. To be honest, I went into coaching mode, like, you shouldn't put your wingman down because, it's bad game and this and that. But then I realized, like, what the fuck, who is this guy? And then I immediately said, bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, hey, listen, I'm going that way, you go that way. I don't have bad wingmen in my circle. Just straight up, blunt. He's like, oh, dude, I didn't even mean it like that. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Just, I'm going that way, you go that way. And then from there, it was done. Strict boundaries with who you let around. Because it's a lot harder to control your own emotions and state when you have negative influences around you. And specifically, the reason why he would have the audacity to say that to me was because he probably talked shit to himself in his own mind all day. That's just probably how he was raised. Who knows? It's not my job to fix him. It's my job if he pays me, but not in that moment. But that's a pretty solid boundary. Like if I had a boot camp student do that, I would have to be pretty blunt with him as well. But he would get a little bit more leniency because he's the fucking student. But truthfully, you guys are awesome. I don't get many toxic students. Like most of my clients are fucking awesome as well. Like genuinely. And it's just you are who you attract who you are. And that's what I like about YouTube rather than running like paid ads and shit. You want to attract the right people. So, all right, guys, I'm going to read some of the questions. We've already knocked out two lessons. Got 3 more lessons, spiritual lessons of game. Let's see what we got. Did you ever meet Owen Cook? I met him 3 times. He's a G. I didn't spend much time with him. We're not like homies at all. But I am in DMs with Owen, funny enough, because my homie did his boot camp, told him about me. We had some back and forth DMs. It was like a story he posted about how, honestly, like the best moments, the best game, the best approaches are all off camera. And like, I was just like, dude, if people only knew like how crazy this shit is, like you can't capture everything. And then we just had a little bit of back and forth. I want to go to his free tour this year. Problem is I live outside of the US. By the end of this year, I'll be in South America. I made a commitment. Next year, I might spend more time in the US. And at the end of this year, I'll be in the US as well. I would love to make it to one of his free tours. But truthfully, I've been to many of his free tours, and truthfully, I almost like watching his videos more because I can turn it on and turn it off, and like the free tour takes all day. It's a big investment in time. I went to a lot of them. I even volunteered at one, and yeah, it was good, man. It was good. I like Owen. Owen's a interesting guy, of course. He's a G. He's a genius, bro. Smartest person I ever listened to on YouTube. Smarter than anyone. Because even like someone like Tate misses a lot of the nuances. Yeah, Owen's a G. He's a fucking autistic genius in the game, and he's a fucking G. Taking all of his programs, he's good stuff. You always include a subtle compliment within the first 5 minutes of approaching. Not always, but yes, usually I do, because that's just who I am. I do that to guys too. No homo. Like a guy, we were at a dinner last night, and this guy came in. The first thing I said, because I knew it would warm it up, I'm like, I love the shirt, bro, because I actually love the shirt. It's just a simple way to make people feel good. And you don't want to make it push, like, dude, I love your shirt. Oh my God. You just love your shirt, man. Make it direct, casual. But as far as women, I don't overtly compliment a girl that much unless I can see she likes it. For example, the girl I had last night, anytime I told her, oh my God, you look beautiful. I'm so happy you're here. You're so fucking cool. She would light up. Like you could see her physically light up. So I doubled down. And those are the kind of girls I kind of want around me anyways. But I've had girls where I give them a compliment. Oh, you have such beautiful eyes. And they're just like, oh, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I see how you, okay. Those kind of girls, you might want to even tease them. Like, oh, you have such beautiful eyes, but I'm trying to think of a tease now. Fuck, I'm trying to think of a tease to an imaginary girl. Like, oh my God, like you are so beautiful. I like being around you, but you're too sassy for me. I can't handle it. You know, something like that. I've probably said that to a girl before. I'm thinking of a girl in my head when I said that. Canadian girl that I met in Budapest. Shout out to you if you're watching. Probably not. 8 viewers. I don't know. Who knows? She could be in here. It's possible. All right. What is the biggest differences you've seen between day game and night game? Which would you recommend to a newbie? 400 to 500 direct approaches. I love how specific you are on that. Good job, sir. Focus on a period for their journey. Bro, jump into the night game ASAP. I took a break from night game for about a month-ish. I still go out, but the thing is, even when I'm on a break, I still go out more than most. But I'm not running I didn't run boot camps for almost 2 months. So that means just because of that, less night game. I went out at night the other day, and man, I was like, this is where the game is played. You can only learn so much day game, truthfully. The game is played at night. Go out at night, find a good wingman, or make a wingman. There's a skill and art to finding wingman in the venue. And I'm not saying you need a wingman to do it. I've been solo night game, and I've pulled completely solo, but it's more fun that way. And it'll help relieve some of the anxiety you might feel. Let me wrap this out. Ah! 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So night game is where the game is played. I recommend just doing a little bit of night game. You learn a lot. You deal with way more shit tests. You deal with people cock blocking. You deal with friends, logistics. You can get way more ROI, as in like you could pull fast. You can invite wings out. You can invite girls out. You can approach in front of the girls. You can connect people together. There's so many things you can do at night that you can't do during the day. And yeah, do both. But personally, I kind of felt day game gets boring from time to time. Like you meet a girl, you go on a date, you pool, maybe you don't. Maybe you can do some social circle stuff. But I get bored of that. Man, the night, that's where you hunt. That's where you hunt, bro. That's where you're out on the hunt with your boys, trying to find someone to go home with. It's so fun. Bring a condom. Use condoms, bros. Something I've been doing this year. Been using condoms. Shout out to my guys who had condoms, my roommates who had condoms ready for me when I didn't have them. Shout out to God. All right. I yield way too much to some dude talking to a girl who I know she's not into and almost never talk to her instead of saying fuck that guy, I'm taking over. Wow, man, I was that guy too. You just sparked something in me where I'm like, I know how you feel. You know what I think it is though? I actually think it's an unconscious fear of dying, because when you see a guy, there is this slight possibility where he might get angry. I'm so angry. And also this nice guy persona where you need everyone to like you and you're afraid he won't like you anymore, which you probably won't, but fuck that loser anyways. Because he ain't your fucking boy. And maybe he is cool. And maybe you do become friends, but till then, he's not your boy. And I find that the only thing fighting really helped with in my game was this unconscious fear of dying kind of going away, where I'm like, you know what? People are just not gonna like me, and that's okay. Fuck them all. Fuck those bitch-ass motherfuckers. Fuck them. Do that shit. And it helps to have a friend to push you to, like, if I was there and we were running boot camp, like, talk to the fucking girl. She likes you. She don't like that chump. I'll go distract him. Strength in numbers. I find that when I'm out solo and I haven't been out in a while, I'm a lot more like, nobody kill me. I'm a nice guy. I like everyone. I'm just trying to get social. But when I'm in the zone and I'm like in momentum, I don't give a fuck. So I'm trying to think of like practical advice besides just talk to her. But here's the thing. Guys will do anything but approach. Guys will do anything but get laid. Guys will do anything. They will talk your face off. They'll waste your time for days on end. And hey, can you guys still hear me, by the way? Is it check mic? Let me know if you can hear me. They'll waste your time. And you might walk up into a group of people and there's a girl that likes you and the guys will just talk your face off. At a certain point, you have to say, am I here to play? Am I playing here to win? Or am I here to make friends with everyone? So if I'm coming on the hunt, and for example, to make an analogy, I'm trying to think of a good analogy. I can't really think of one. Okay, if I went to a business seminar and I'm trying to network with a high-level person, and all these other people are trying to talk to me and grab my attention, and this high-level person wants to talk to me, what would I do? I would just fucking ignore everyone and talk to the person who I need to talk to. And then they need to be respectful of that because I'm a man. So I hope I answered that. I hope I helped there. Anyways, move on. Berater. You and Owen have taught me a lot. Shout out to you, Kobe. I see you in a lot of lives, brother. Hey, message me on Instagram. And this goes for anyone in here. Message me on Instagram, Nicoletti Films, and I'm adding you to my community for free. Why have you moved to Bali from the US? It's a long story, brother. Maybe I will touch on that. And I actually am making a guide to Bali. But I have come to the conclusion that Bali right now, as of now, I'm not sure if this is like, my opinion could change because I am having a lot of fun. Bali is a place that I don't want to live forever. I don't want to build roots here, but I want to visit for maybe 1, 2, or 3, or 4 months out of the year to grow. It's like an accelerator. I love Bali. But as far as dating goes, there's not a lot of, it's just too transient. It's just not good for, and then like even my fucking, one of my best friends, my roommate is leaving in a few days. Like everyone's in and out, bro. And I just need somewhere with a little bit more stability. It's a great place to meet people though and learn. Thank you, brother. Looking more jacked. W. Nicoletti. You guys inspired me, and my homie Jack Hopkins, who told me I was getting fat. But you guys inspired the shit out of me. Like, the haters actually inspired me. They were like, you're getting fat. And I'm like, whatever, bro. Thank you, bro. Tried my best. Doing my best. You know, it's hard when you have a lot of things going on, and my focus isn't, I'm not a fucking athlete. I'm not a paid athlete. I get paid to do what I do. And that doesn't involve working out. So now I just have to make it a priority to do like at least 30 minutes a day. I had my journey with fitness in my early 20s. Ran marathons. The only thing I wish I would have done is a fight, like a real proper fight. Who knows, maybe I'll still do one day. But it would require a lot of training. Bro, running from that Diddy charge. Cool, man. How do you overcome insecurities? Massive action. I have a video about this, I think, but actually, no, I'm coming out with a new one soon. Massive action, which creates momentum. So basically, momentum, massive action and momentum. That's the only way. Massive fucking action. Overwhelm the thinking mind. You're not going to get rid of it overnight, but you will have moments where you get rid of it in a night or in a day where you're just in crazy momentum and you just forget about your insecurities, and then they come back, but then you still have that reference of what it felt like to not have it. An easy way that people access that is through drugs, but then they also fucking ruin their entire life. And I have extensive experience and research on that topic, but I'm not going to get into that. But massive action, mass approaching, massive action, and delusional positive self-talk. All right, let's finish the video. The third spiritual lesson of game. Oh shit, so really on topic. It forces you to confront your insecurities and limiting beliefs. That is one of the best ways to confront it, because a lot of your insecurities and limiting beliefs you can numb. You can numb it. A lot of it's, bro, being in solitude. That's actually another answer. Like being in nature, being in solitude, letting your mind clear itself, like coming into terms with your own insecurities. Like, I'll tell you mine. I'm insecure about my voice sometimes. Weirdly, I'm insecure about my height, even though I'm 5'10". This guy's shorter than me, so it's not, I shouldn't even. You know, I'm insecure about my ethnicity. I'm insecure about my anxiety. You know, I get anxiety. This is a lot of things to be insecure about, but it doesn't stop me from taking action. But when you spend time alone, I think you become more comfortable with yourself sometimes. And I mean, when I say alone, I don't mean on your phone. I mean like meditation type shit, like in nature, hiking, doing cool shit. You know, like really getting into a flow state in life. In game, nothing will teach you more about yourself than game. You'll prove your insecurities wrong. There were certain girls I thought I could never get, who apparently I'm exactly their type. Whoa, who would have known? They're my type, I'm their type, they're my type. Oh, it looks like nature had a way of figuring things out. There are, you know, it'll force you to come to terms with your insecurity. A lot of people might make fun of you or shit test you. You know, I had a really fucking bad style. I could still work on it. My homie Xander's gonna help me work on it. We're gonna go thrift shopping. But I remember sometimes I had guys make fun of me because of my outfit. Like, what the fuck are you wearing? And talk shit, and I'd still pull. And like, oh, turns out it doesn't really matter what you wear if you have game. You know what? Owen just came out with a video I really like. It's called aura maxing versus looks maxing. You can maximize aura. You know what? Here's another thing I heard. Your identity is your energy. Your energy is your identity. Your aura is your identity. So a lot of people are insecure about how they look or who they are or like what ethnic race they are. Your energy is your identity. People care about your aura, your energy way more than how you look. You ever seen like a jacked, good-looking guy who's just a fucking bitch to hang out with? You're just like, you're such a punk. Like, who wants to hang out with this person? I sound so negative when I say it like that. But you get the point that I'm trying to make. Anyways. Nerdy question, but how important is using technique like mystery method versus just being out of your head from your experience? I think, in my experience, technique was never my thing because I knew deep down it didn't fix the core problem. I like a more natural style. Not going to discredit technique, but I know a lot of the guys who obsess over technique, who do way too much volume, approach way too much, and get no results, and they still obsess over technique because they haven't fixed the core problem, which is their vibe. So I think a vibe is very important. Now, I believe in process. I'm process oriented. I believe if I'm having a bad vibe or negative emotional day or whatever, I know my process to get out of that. And there's one, Owen gave me one, it was called the 6 steps. Open all, never judge any interaction, minimize time in between each interaction, find something funny about each one. If you don't know what to say, just say hi to anybody. Literally just say hi. And then like walk up and say, hi, how's it going? Nico, nice to meet you guys. And then lastly, burn the night to the ground. 6 steps. So process. I believe in processes. I believe in finding a process of flow that fits you. You get too nerdy about technique. I've seen a lot of guys where it's just weird to game with them sometimes. You know, they're overthinking the shit. All right. Spiritual lesson number 4. Game will teach you how to be a man. When I say it like that, I mean it will teach you how to express yourself man to woman. It'll teach you how to deal with other men in an environment. It'll teach you how to lead. Women will not put up with much bitch behavior. Your value shifts rapidly and dramatically. They will cut you off very fast. If you're like meeting a girl and you become really beta or you become feminine, she'll get unattracted very fast. It'll teach you how to be more manly and be courageous. Girls like guys who are ballsy, take risks, get what they want, take what they want, do what they want. Teach you how to be a man in a lot of ways. And then number 5. Oh yeah, number 5. It'll help you break away from society in a good way. From social conditioning is the main one. Approaching is not a thing we did thousands of years ago. It is not normal in society. It is the one thing every man must do, whether they know it or not, or they will have a very hard life, unless they have been gifted with natural game and have a good social circle and found a good girl in the beginning and live in a good place. The exception doesn't disprove the rule. Every man must learn game, even though it's not normal in society. And when you start to do it and you see how other people don't have approach anxiety and have these limiting beliefs, and you see other guys who are like haven't worked on their game, you realize that everything in society isn't good always. Like just because it's the norm doesn't mean it's necessarily good. And game was the first things that taught me about how not everything in society, especially with like dating, is supposed to is it normal that most people are in unhappy marriages and get divorced and their wife won't fuck them and they have to simp over these girls and pay a lot of money and are lonely. These things are normal, but they're not normal. And approaching isn't normal, but it's probably the best and most normal thing you could ever do. So I think game will teach you that girls treat certain guys one way and they'll fuck some guys on the first night and they'll make other guys wait. And game will just teach you so much about the way humans work. Kind of breaks you out of the social conditioning that you may have been programmed with. All right, guys, last minute. You got 5 minutes, ask me anything. Then I got to go get some work done with my homie. I'm going to go to a cafe. Might do some approaching today. Not might, I will. That or go on a date. And my ankle's still fucked, but it's getting better. Did you see Tyler's new video about looks versus aura? Not yet. I saw it pop up, and I immediately made a mental note of I'm going to watch that ASAP because I think that's what we need in today. People are talking about looks maxing. People are just so ridiculous, man.
Men, we want it to be simple. Like, you look good, we like you. You don't look good, we don't like you. That's how we kind of see women in a lot of ways. But aura maxing, much better than looks maxing. Also, yeah, there's a lot I could say on that. All right, guys, much love to everyone. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. 30 minutes on the clock. This was a good one, guys. I enjoyed it a lot. We're so back. We are so back. The beat, oh, you got jealous and turned on. Cool, man. Good shit, bro. Keep going out with your wing. Ciao. Message me on Instagram. I'll add you to my community for free. Anyone on here, message me on Instagram, Nicoletti Films. Add you to my community for free. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nikolai. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you, Kobe. Thank you, guys. Peace and love. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Stay tuned for a lot of bangers coming.